Let's look at some more of my rocks. This one in my hand is called rose quartz. It's a kind of quartz. And why do you think they call it rose quartz? Well, it might be hard to see in the video, but it's actually a very light pink color. It's a kind of quartz, just like amethyst is, but where amethyst had minerals inside of it that made it purple, rose quartz has minerals inside that make it pink. And, just like amethyst, sometimes it's dark pink and sometimes it's light pink. I think it's really pretty. Sometimes I can even find rose quartz around my house, which is always super duper exciting. Now, another favorite one to show you guys is this one, and this is called fluorite. Now, what's special about fluorite is that it can be different colors. Fluorite is sometimes purple and sometimes green. And just like with a lot of other crystals, sometimes it's very dark and sometimes it's so light it almost looks white. Now, what I love about this piece is that you can really see, let's take it into the sun so you can see it better. You can really see all those gorgeous, gorgeous different colors in there, see? Now, the clarity is pretty good. You can almost see through it, but not quite. But you can see all of those beautiful colors that almost look like stripes, see? That is why fluorite is one of my favorites, because it has my two favorite colors in it. Now, we also have this one. This one is called selenite. Now, most rocks are pretty hard, but selenite is actually pretty soft. That's why they were even able to sculpt it into a circle. I like it because I think it looks like a tiny moon. Selenite is always white. Now, this one is kind of a tricky one because when you look at it, it looks like a gold nugget, but it's not gold. It's actually called pyrite, and pyrite has a nickname. People call pyrite fool's gold because long ago when people were trying to mine for gold, they would find it and they would think that they found gold and get so excited. But it turns out it was just pyrite and it fooled them. So they called it fool's gold. You can see it has some fun little terminations that actually look pretty square there. So that is my pyrite. Now another fun thing is this one. Now this is called peacock pyrite. Why do you think they would call it peacock pyrite? I think they call it peacock pyrite because of all those beautiful colors in there, just like on a peacock's feathers. Now this wasn't dyed. This rock came out of the earth looking just like this. It's a kind of pyrite, but again, it has the right kind of minerals in it to make some spots in the rock, all different beautiful colors of purple and pink and gold. So we have peacock pyrite and normal pyrite. Now this rock, they call desert rose. Why do you think they would call it desert rose? I think it's because it looks kind of like a rose. And you might find it in the desert. It's pretty funky with all those stripes all over it. Oh, and there's a shiny spot. See it? Now, another cool thing is this one. This actually isn't a rock. It's actually what they call petrified wood. Petrified is it's basically a fancy way to say very, very, very old, so old it changed. Now, you can kind of see where this petrified wood used to be wood. For example, when you look into a log, you see the rings that tell you how old the tree was. Well, you can see that on this. Do you see them? So a long, long, long time ago, there was a tree, and it was wood. But it got so old, it basically turned into stone. It got really, really hard. So hard that you can cut it and polish it, and it looks like a rock. And that's why it's called petrified wood. Another cool thing is that, here's one, and the fun thing about this rock is that you can see the mineral growth. Now these are called dendrites, the way that the minerals grow out. I think they look like little fun plants, but they're not plants. It's a rock. And that is the way that you can see the minerals growing in the rock. I think it's pretty cool. And it's just a big chunk of stone where you can see the mineral. Now, I've saved the coolest piece for last because it isn't a crystal. It is a fossil. Yeah. So, fossils are thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago when dinosaurs and other animals lived on the planet. They would die, or they would, maybe this fish, it's a fish fossil. This fish probably died because it was old, because this is, again, thousands and thousands of years ago. And it laid down on the floor, right? And time turned the floor into a rock. And the fish decomposed, but it left its imprint in the rock. Kind of like when you make a footprint in the mud. Well, the fish did that with its whole body. Then the mud turned it into rock. Because that's what happens after so many years. And through this fossil, we can still look at this fish and see what he looked like. You can see where his eye is and his fins. I see 4 fins and 2 tail fins. I also see some bones, maybe a spine. And that is why fossils are really, really cool, because they let you look into the past. And that's another reason why rocks are so cool, because they help you to do that. Thanks for helping me look at my rock collection, you guys. I hope that you liked it.